Jason, you saved the Tush Push. Everyone in Philly has been saved. You're like a hero.
Stop.
Have you ever felt so heroic? You feel like you matter now?
No, I never feel like I matter. To be honest with you.
Last week, the NFL owners voted, and the vote to ban the Tush Push failed. Jason, did you stand outside the courthouse with a sign that said "Tush my push," like I asked?
Push my tush.
Push my tush.
No signage. I was in the courthouse. I was traversing and talking with the other owners and committees and people that were in the room.
What do you threaten them? Did you threaten them with like something you would do if they banned the Tush Push?
No, I did not want to piss off any one of these individuals of immense power. I was just there to offer my frame of reference on the tush, the pushing of tushes.
Man, I haven't been in a courtroom since I got a jaywalking ticket when I was in middle school. Well, how's a courtroom look in Minnesota?
It wasn't a courtroom. It was a conference room at the hotel that we were staying at.
Ah, the courtyard. Nice. The old courtyard.
It was less courtroom and more like legislative room, if that makes sense.
Did they put you on the stand and ask you to so solemnly swear?
Well, there wasn't a stand. They just had, I did get up there and was able to, okay, let's fast forward. The reason I was there, or flashback, I guess, was because there was a narrative out there that one of the reasons I retired was because of the play, or that I somehow felt like the play led to more injuries or was injured because of it. So I was really just there to offer my perspective on that stuff not being true, and the fact that I think it's a relatively safe play. But I did go up there and talk after Jeffrey Lurie kind of started things off and got some things. He kind of opened everything up, and then I kind of dispelled those rumors, as well as answer some questions about how the play was run. But for the most part, it was just awesome to witness, honestly, the legislative process of the NFL, how the owners vote on it, how these proposals come about. I couldn't help but think, like, I can't believe I'm in this room right now, to be honest with you. Like, there's just like hundreds of billions of dollars of wealth just sitting here. And
did you wear a suit?
I wore a blazer with boat shoes and slacks.
Okay. That boy swagged out.
I was dressed. I was looking.
You wore a collared shirt underneath, or just like a regular?
His collared shirt, button down,
Jason
white button down.
Kelsey.
Listen, I'm not going to go in there looking like a slob. Anyways, it was awesome to witness. It was awesome to see how those things kind of take place. And, I really did leave the room and the meeting feeling strongly about, how these proposals come about, how the game has changed, and the thought that goes into it, the thoroughness that happens between the competition committees and the health and safety doctors and individuals and Roger and the owners. There's a lot that goes into a lot of these decisions that are made, and it was awesome to just kind of witness something that, in my opinion, has made the league better, in at least our time in the NFL. So yeah.
When Roger walked in the room, did they all go, "All rise"?
Nope. No. Once again, this is not a courtroom. It was not a courtroom.
But there was a jury.
There's not a jury. This is, again, legislative, not judicial.
Oh,
legislative, not judicial.
I forgot there was
this is more. They're voting on how they want to proceed in business. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So this is a lot different than a jaywalking ticket.
Much different.
Was there like one owner that kind of like stood out to others? Like one that was just kind of like
I think the one that stood out the most was Jeffrey, because obviously he's passionate about this. This play has been a big part of the Eagles' success, and
you guys don't win a Super Bowl without it.
I will say
I kid. It's one of the greatest teams ever played.
The official proposal was not targeting the Tush Push, so to speak, right? It was they just wanted to add in the verbiage that used to be there, that you can't assist the runner and push the runner, right? That was a rule for 60 years. They wanted to go back to that rule. The reason they changed that rule back in I think 2016 maybe, was because it was really hard for the officials to decide, like, is this guy pushing a defender when it's a pile? Is he pushing the pile? Is he pushing the runner? So they decided to just get rid of the rule of pushing and allow that to happen. And that's when the tush push started. So the proposal was to go back to that. So it's kind of all encompassing any type of pushing. Needless to say, I think that the main reason this is being brought up is because of the tush push and the success of it and the notoriety behind it. And I think Jeffrey he's been pretty passionate about trying to get his point across. And I don't want to go into too much of what happened in that room because I don't think it's my place. I think it was kind of crazy I was even in the room to begin with.
You are the tush push, Jason.
Yeah, but I'm not an owner. It's not called the tush push meetings. It's called the owners meetings.
Did you really make someone cry? Rumor alert. Some NFL owners were reportedly moved to tears listening to Jason defend the tush push.
Yeah, I don't know what account this is. NFL
notifications. Yeah.
I don't know
NFL
how.
Notify.
Yeah.
It's got a blue check. It counts.
I can guarantee you that no, nobody cried. Nobody cried.
Okay.
I'm the crier. Everybody knows I'm the crier.
So you cried in front of everyone talking about the tush push?
I did not cry because in front of this because this was not a moment that warranted crying. So this is.
I think it's cool as hell that you did this, man. Obviously, everyone listened to your words, and the tush push is still in because Jason Kelsey went out there and defended the honor and Philadelphia's legacy.
I don't know if anybody's mind changed at all. They needed 2 more votes to ban it for the proposal. You need 24 votes for the proposal to pass. Yeah, I don't know which of these teams are already in favor. I mean, I know talking to a few of them with even the day of, you could just kind of tell which teams were kind of in your corner, and a lot of them incorporate the offensive lineman pushing downfield or just don't think that the play should get removed for the reasons that are being stated. But listen, I think everybody has legitimacy in how they voted. I think that the reality is this was a rule for a long time in the NFL that you can't assist the runner. Both the competition committee and Dr. Alan Sills suggested that the proposal pass and the play be banned, one for health reasons and another for competitive fairness reasons. So I think that there's, not competitive fairness, it's more just like they want to see that out of the game. They didn't like the pushing of piles and stuff. But I took away from this meeting that all of these owners have good intentions, and not just in this proposal, in all the proposals. There was multiple things discussed throughout the meeting, and it was really cool to witness how this process takes place. The owners back and forth over the proposals, things that passed, things that got tabled, things that didn't pass. Like, I think at the end of the day, it was just awesome to witness and see how serious each one of these owners take all of these decisions and how it's going to affect the game, what could be byproducts of these changes. It was cool to listen and be in the room with, because I don't think that in a million years I'll ever be back in that room. So I don't know. It just kind of felt surreal being there.
Until you succeed Roger Goodell as the commissioner of the NFL, Jason.
Yeah, I think we can see by my background that is not going to happen. I can't even get the clothes off the floor, let alone
that background. I thought you were talking about your life background.
I don't really want to touch too much on it because, again, I don't know like what's privy to share, and like I don't, listen, mom told us not to kiss and tell, right? So, there's some things that, in the Eagles locker room and as a player, you find out like what's good to share, and then in this world, it's like, listen, I don't know. I just wanted to go there and offer my perspective on the play and dispel some of the rumors that have been being said.
Did you get any cheese curds while you were up there?
I did not. I was in and out, baby. Unfortunately, I would have loved some cheese curds, some spotted cow.
You're a foodie, dude. You got to go in there and grab some curds, man. Get some, get some Minnesota, whatever, dude. You won a Super Bowl in Minnesota, dude.
I know. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I got some good vibes in Minnesota,
dude.
Super Bowl, freaking
All of America.
Winning the Tush Push proposal.
There we go. We go.
What else? What else
you got?
I had a layover in Minnesota once with Delta.
Dude.
They gave me some like service where they drive you to the next gate, and I didn't even ask for it. I don't even know how that happened.
That's pretty dope. I'm not going to lie, though. Walking through St. Paul Airport, I mean, that thing's pretty sweet. They've got like a Top Golf like thing where you can go and like play like simulator golf while you're waiting on your next flight, eat some wings, take some hacks.
Oh,
Did that with my guy, old David Glover. Shout out to DG.
David Glover.
Yeah, trainer in Kansas City, legendary trainer in Kansas City.
Nice. Happy that it's going to be around, but I even kind of said this last week. I think at the end of the day, you know, if it gets banned or not, the Eagles are good at quarterback sneaks. They're going to continue to run those at a high rate.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think people make too much of a fucking buzz about this goddamn play anyways.
Yeah.
It's a good play for you guys. You guys do it well. And it will continue to be a good play for you guys.
Thanks, Trev. For at least one more year.
No, dude, and then you'll just have to go to the owners meeting again.
I feel like the Eagles should just not run it this year just to
I don't know if that's good for the Eagles.
We were really good with Carson.
I'm not saying they wouldn't be
like
good at
90
QB sneaks. It's just that much better of a play for you guys. Yeah.
With the push?
You can really see the surge when everybody gets behind him and pushes him.
I don't think so. I think that surge is happening regardless of the push usually.
We'll never know, will we?
No, we do know. We can see it on the tape and we can see it in before it was a play.
Maybe.
Because the push never causes the surge. The push just kind of like gets a little bit extra like yardage if it's all piled up.
Oh no.
The surge is created by the O-line.
It is. It is definitely. The surge is started by the O-line. But then it's got a nice little double surge in there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.